Oh my God. This is so. I mean, it's just fucking silly. Go look at a month ago. Go look at 2 months ago. So somehow, some way, all of the people that were consistently coming here day after day, I was getting 500 viewers at a time sometimes. All of those people, other than the standard trolls, you know, as it's all happening and it's all coming more and more true, I'm losing viewers. That just makes all of the sense. I don't know where you were, Matt. You weren't there. Or you were just quiet. Anyway, I'm sitting here talking about James Randi. And how so James Randi was this magician who just hated the idea that, like, he liked the idea of obviously magic entertaining people, right? But he was like, he hated the idea of people getting taken for it. It's one thing to pay to see the magic show because you know it's a magic show and you're gonna get, but to believe that you're getting some psychic advice on how to live your life, or what happened to a relative, or any sort of shit, like this is really can be dangerous. And part of me, I mean, I look at it the same way I sort of look at religion. You're getting what you pay for. You know what you're getting. You're paying for somebody to tell you at the end of the day, whatever loved one that died and you had some sort of, you know, unfinished business with, that they loved you, and they're looking down on you, and they're going to watch over you forever. That's basically how all of those end. And and the thing is, like, this is where, like, they said they discontinued doing the thing because no high profile people would take up the challenge. And it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it literally, other than it's what you do is bullshit, for you to not get paid $1 million and get the best advertising campaign possible, you finally got the James Randi Prize. Like, this would be worldwide news. You would have advertising like you couldn't pay for that kind of advertising. You would make so much money on top of that $1 million prize. And not a single person has ever claimed it successfully. Like, lots of people tried, which, I say this to my wife because my wife is real into a lot of that shit. None of the people that like there are so many people behind the spiritual industry selling people goofy little trinkets and rocks and onks and any plethora of necklaces and all these other things, right? And it's one thing if people say, look, I buy these things because I think they're pretty and I like them. Okay. It's another thing to think that they do anything. Yeah, here you go. St. Michael's Mount, located off the coast of Marazan in Cornwall, England, is a captivating tidal island steeped in history and myth. At low tide, a causeway emerges, allowing visitors to walk to the island. At high tide, it becomes inaccessible, adding to the mystical allure. Crowned by a medieval castle and a charming village, the island is dominated by the striking silhouette of the castle, which dates back to the 12th century.
12th century.
1100s.
Look at that. Look at that picture. It's incredible.
The people in the 1100s built that.
Mm-hmm.
What building do you think we construct today that will be around 1,000 years later? 900 years later, sorry. You think any of the houses that we live in will be still around? Like that's just it's like it's not fair. You know, that's how I end up feeling most of the time, right? Like I'm being slighted. Like I'm you know, I don't get the full experience because you're lying about it. There's just no viable, believable story they're going to give you for how that castle got built in the fucking 1100s. Why are we so stupid? I can't tell you the last time my face was actually smooth. Because I don't shave with a razor. Fuck that. I just use some clippers and get it down as close as I can. I don't need fucking razor burn. Shit hurts. I mean, this is just... Aren't you sick of it? I don't know, man. I guess, you know, if you're living your life and you don't give a shit about anything else and you're making little TikTok dances because you happen to be super hot, like, I just can't imagine how amazing that is. I'm super hot, so I put on a bikini and I make 10-second videos that end up taking me around the world. Like, how could you even expect those people to have a realistic point of view on how things work? It's not even their fault. It's our fault. But back to the James Randi thing, like, this is one of those things where I'd love to be able to sit down and talk to my wife about it. And be like, look, why do you think nobody from your community ever claimed that $1 million? Do you realize, like, not only it's publicity, it's $1 million, you're showing the people that there's more. You could change the fucking fork the road, man. Change the course of history if you show the world that there, in fact, is documentable psychic fucking bullshit. And nobody does. No witches came forth and were like, no, look, I can cast a spell and it'll work. You know, it's the same scrutiny you have to give everything. It's the same scrutiny you give submarines, right? All that needed to happen with submarines is some visible evidence, some video evidence. If the videos I was shown didn't all seem suspect as fuck, like you think about the two videos that show the submarine underwater, right? Because there was only two. One was clearly a model that you could literally see reflecting off the top of the water. And even that wasn't all the way in the water. It still had the snorkel sticking out. The other video is supposedly some scuba divers and the glass bottom boat thing that exists in Hawaii went underneath them. There's a submarine thing that can go down, 20, 30, 40 feet, whatever. I don't know what they say. I don't necessarily buy it, because I don't know. I don't know if there's another boat attached to that thing by a tube, feeding it, whatever. I don't know that stuff. So there's those two videos. And then there's the video. Those are the only two videos of submarines underwater on YouTube. Then the videos that you see where the submarine is supposedly descending, spitting out fucking air jets, be giving away its location, taking who knows how long. The video had like 4 cuts in it, so it could have been 20 minutes for all we know. Before the submarine finally was able to go down. Other videos that show submarines emerging that literally look like, you know, it's nothing, and then pop, the submarine pops up and it jostles like that and then it rests. You know, like if you had something held underwater and let it go, because the people inside would be just fucked up. You know, to you know, whatever G forces are created from you going up and coming down and blah, all that shit. The thing is, all the videos that show inside the submarine don't show people being affected by movement whatsoever. I think that was the one that really stuck it to my wife. You know, she did not want to go with this one. You know, and you know, I'm not surrounded by a yes woman, yes man, woman, whatever. She doesn't just agree with me to agree with me and blah blah blah. She'll tell me when I'm wrong. And when it came to the submarines thing, she wasn't on board. Ha.
You're so cute.
And so when it you know, I'm looking and I'm showing her these different things, and yeah, she's like, okay, and maybe there's this, maybe there's that. But the submarine that supposedly ascended 10 feet or 10 feet per second, 100 feet in 10 seconds, and crashed through the ice while showing the people in the cabin what they were doing as it took place, counting 3, impact in 2, impact in 1. And you don't see those people move a fucking whisker? She's not dumb enough to just go, I'm going to still believe it anyway. Am I right? Is that the one part of the video that was just sort of the...
The what? The crash part?
Yeah.
Where they didn't move?
Yeah, where they went through the ice?
Yeah.
Wasn't that like, you weren't necessarily on board with me, but then how do you explain that?
Can you hold just this up like this?
How can anyone explain that?
Just so I can pull this up. I mean, they must have a really good suspension system.
Doesn't matter what suspension system you have.
No. It must have just really been a good suspension system.
I mean, still, it's even hard for her to this day. She doesn't want to say submarines aren't real. That's fucking stupid. Right?
I mean...
It's stupid. You know that anybody you say that to is not going to be like, yeah, I thought that too. Everybody that you say it to is going to call you crazy.
Question the shit because why would they lie to us about that? That's dumb.
I know, I'm not worried about, but I'm just saying, like,
Well,
as far as you go,
yeah.
For even you, who clearly, you know, can't say for sure that submarines do exist, you're not going to say they don't, because it's just still too taboo.
Well, and I wouldn't ever word it like that. They do exist. We've, you know,
Submersibles exist.
Well, I've seen a submarine when I was on my cruise, you know.
You saw a submarine boat?
And then go down, you know, and take off.
It went under the water.
Reword it as is submarines don't operate the way that we've been told that they do or led to believe that they do.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
No, they don't exist. What you think of as a submarine does not exist. What they sell us is a submarine that goes underwater and swims like a whale. That does not exist. And I'll stand by it all day. ain't nothing like anything that was underwater, then bobbed to the surface. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't behave like you didn't see it underwater. It didn't. What about the submarines emerging videos? Where you see that there's nothing. You're looking at the surface of the water, and then ambulance is there again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then suddenly it bobs up like that. Is that how a submarine comes out of the water? Like that doesn't make sense. Like you have to be honest with yourself. I can't have a serious conversation, debate, whatever you want to call it with you when you won't acknowledge that that is not how things should work. Can you hold this for a second? I just gotta go grab water.
Oh goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm preoccupied. The ambulance is back at my neighbor's house for the second time today. They wouldn't take her to the hospital she wanted to go, which was like just a few miles further than the one they wanted to take her to. The one they wanted to take her to, she had already been there a couple weeks ago, and they actually misdiagnosed her, and then she went to the other hospital, and they were taking good care of her. So the ambulance left, and now they're back, and they're pulling that stretcher out, so they're taking her. This not be stopping bleeding. Getting old sucks, man. It's scary.
It's just terrifying.
It really is.
Hopefully you live long enough to have everything fail on you.
She's only 75,
you end up
though.
pissing yourself
Man.
and shitting yourself. Hopefully you live that long.
She has been in and out, in and out, in and out this past month.
She does have 5 kids. Oh!
No, she doesn't.
Oh, no, they have 2.
She has 2. He has
Who cares?
3? I think he has 3. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Beef! The submarines emerging thing again, it really, like, if you're not willing to admit that's not how submarines emerge, we're not playing fair, right? Let's see if I can find that footage. All right. So, oh yeah, there's no more volume on this shit. Kid broke the fucking thing. Okay, so you're not going to see a slow submarine coming up. Watch. There's nothing. You don't see it like slowly rising. And for all you know, that boat's connected to whatever's down there. Watch. Just boop. Do you see that? Do you know how fast that is? It's fucking stupid. It's not this slow sort of coming out of the water. It just pops up. I'm looking up submarine surfacing video and seeing what happens. Oh, look, it's already surfaced. It's already sticking out of the water when this video starts. So this doesn't even count. And you don't know what the fuck is going on. You know there's a big Navy military vessel behind it. There we go, bobbing up and down. Doop de doo. They just bob up and down. So let's where is the other video? Here we go again. This is fucking silly. Okay. Bloop. You can't imagine what that would be like. What that would be like on the inside of that shit coming up. So I'm going to show you this one. Okay, so here's the underwater footage of the submarine. Look at the little fishies. Just little tiny fish though. Oh, yeah, a submarine sticking out of the top. You have no idea what you're looking at. That could easily be a tank. Okay, so the submarine goes back and forth a few times. Camera stays put, but the submarine. Look at the reflection. Doo doo doo. Oh, submarine coming from that side now. So what they did was, instead of having somebody down there filming the submarine, they had the submarine just go and then turn around and then come back this way and then turn around and then come back this way and then turn around, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. I want to show you guys this video, which is the most... Oh, you guys, it's not gonna... There's no volume. Fuck. Like I said, my kids broke it. This is the navigators just driving along in the submarine. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I want to see the part where they go up through the ice. Here, this is going to show you a bunch of different footage of submarines, right? Holy shit! The volume came back on. Good job, guy. Look at that. Okay, oh, here's the submarine submerging. Tell me what military sense this makes. Yep. Oh, shit. Okay, so we missed it. Okay, so now it's doing this. Oh, there's one cut. There's another cut. There's another cut. Man, sure is taking that. There's another cut. Sure is taking that submarine a long time to go down. Where are all the bubbles? Wait, this isn't showing it? What the fuck is the ice one? Why is this not showing it coming through the ice? I love thinking that, like, this is what the best of the best submarine technology has. Look at it. That really? All the switches and knobs. Oh, turn it by hand. They haven't replaced anything, huh? Oh, look, there's some submarine underwater footage that's still above the water. Got the switches. I don't know why I can't find the submarine coming out of the ice. That that was a great piece of video. I don't know where that was. It's weird. I don't know. Look up submarines breaking through the ice, right? And you won't find anything other than submarines that are the top part's already sticking out. Your Wi-Fi is trash. You can't even see the bubbles when it's sinking. Yep. Yep. They're blowing out those big jets of air. As soon as they go underwater, can't see them no more. Got it. I'm not even gonna go into it anymore. It's just dumb. It's just another example of, like, I should be able to look that shit up. There should be a ton of footage. Then I go look up the history of submarines. It all makes sense. And there's nothing to say. It's simple. But that's just not how it works. And it's
What kind of tea do you want?
I'll take care of it.
What kind of tea do you want? Come down to do the sugar and shit.
Red. It's not whistling yet. So anyway. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this one too. Anlong Mountains. So I'm going to look up Anlong Mountains. That's all I'm looking up. I'm not even going to look up, like, any conspiracy stuff. But these are just mountains. These are mountains in China. They have a whole bunch of these mountains that are just strangely shaped like this. This isn't even like this isn't even like a, you know, a question. This exists. There's no AI or anything here. Fuck yeah. Mountains. I mean, are we serious? Jesus, why the fuck does this do this? Just some mountains, naturally formed mountains. The Anlong, Anlong. I want to see what the wiki says. Okay, well, this isn't the same thing. This says the Dangrek Mountains. That's not what I'm looking up. I'm looking up Anlong Mountains. Wiki. Let's try. I I guess we're not gonna. There's nothing to talk about as far as that. So we'll have to look at the pyramids of Anlong County, China. These photographs of a mountain range in Anlong County, located in southwest China's Guizhou province, have captivated netizens. Netizens. Recently, shared footage on social media reveals several mountain peaks resembling Egyptian pyramids, sparking an online debate about their origins. Some speculate that these formations are man-made, potentially concealing the tombs of ancient emperors, while others believe they are created by aliens. That's it. Those are your only two options. However, the reality, though equally astonishing, is more mundane. They are actually natural formations. They don't exist anywhere else like that, but they're just natural. You know, the Restitute Orbis channel. I think that's his name. Yeah, this is it. The Lucian Aurelian page. Lucian Aurelian. This is his page. I highly, highly suggest you guys check out this dude's page. Subscribe. Just check out what this guy does. I part of me is always skeptical when someone's allowed to have a shit ton of views and when someone is capable of creating incredible videos day after day after day, like that go beyond what we're we normally think of things, and like that it's a lot of work, and he makes great videos. That's all. They're edited well. The imagery is all really well done and all that, and the information's fantastic. And so he did a video 7 days ago called "Evidence of Resets: Warnings from the Past," and it's just a compilation of previous videos that he had made, um, that are again, they're all amazing, right? They're just all amazing. But I think
have you seen this guy?
the last part of the video
Stop running on the treadmill.
is
This was a disastrous
really
retreat for
fucking
the
insane,
French army.
because he starts talking about
Doing something, and
these places that are off limits to us.
Trans-Caspian Oblast. 1990, it was the capital Turkmenistan, Union of Soviet
Places
Socialist
like this.
Republics.
Let's see.
In 1927, it reverted to its original name, Ashgabat.
Ashgabat.
One of the most violent earthquakes ever registered in the region that were city shot. First 51. No, they just
Here, you know what? We'll come back to this in a minute. Let's see. Ashkabat. Ashgabat. So it's really crazy when you look at images of this place. Ashgabat. That places like this is all white marble, apparently. Everywhere, everything is made of white marble. These people are building, I mean, even look at their light structures and shit. They're building in the ancient world, old world style. And they're creating incredible masterpieces, unless, I mean, we don't know. There's not going to be construction photos of these buildings. There's not going to be, like, you're not going to be able to figure out all this. You're going to get told a certain narrative one way or another. But it's like, who made this? When did they make this? Where are the construction photos? This doesn't look real. And apparently this is fucking real. Oh, look, there's a crane in the picture. Think? Oh no, that's not a crane. That's a thingy in the foreground. Looks like one of those big ass cranes near the building, but what the fuck is this?
Are they finally leaving?
What the fuck is this? Who built this? How did they build this? When did they build this? I wish I could. What is this? Like, what building is this?
Finally.
It's weird I can't find the name of this place. This is Turkmenistan.
Turn their sirens on.
Well, that's good. At least it's not dead away.
Oh, man. They didn't do that last time.
Look at that city. When you think of Turkmenistan, you think of sand and desert and nothing, and these people are living in huts and shit. You don't think of that. You don't think of that. Look at that shit. How come growing up you never heard about anyone saying you got to visit Turkmenistan and go to Ashgabat? Why had I never heard of this city until I started seeing these videos? This video, actually. I never heard of this until I saw this video.
My name's Corey. I've been a Lake Trust member since I was 18
And I
years
saw
old.
the original
Lake
one, so
Trust
this
has
is the
been
compilation, but
Different. So we're just going to look at the city based on the small account. that
really
we got.
crazy too, because it's not like you see very many people in the city.
And what we see are some very beautiful
And there's no
buildings.
vehicles.
We're told that this is all white marble, and I don't see any reason to doubt that, although I have not been there. And if anyone right postmodern architecture or interior design that we're subjected to, especially in our modern hotels across the United States. I haven't stayed at I mean, we are in places.
Look at
But
this.
it looks like they put a little bit more effort into making this more of a beautiful city aesthetically.
Got the volume to come back on.
Look at this. And I can look up the name and the function of this, but what is its real intention and purpose? Is this just a decorative building? Or does this have some other purpose? And I've looked at it in some of the media entries, and I'm not sure it's trying to bring out some unique buildings. What's really the explanation behind this? And what are they really attempting to achieve here? The other interesting thing is...
Anyway, I'm done. You guys have a great day. Go get your free download. Go watch Hollywoodism. And most importantly, you pedophiles,